Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Sox On Tap.
Tony, my first reaction is just, fuck yes, let's go.
Sox versus the Twins. That's where it all starts, because it all starts taking care of business in-house in the Central Division.
That's right, I'm a meatball.
You got to bring that top button swag, baby.
It is always great to beat the Cubs.
And I'm a homer, so I always say they're gonna.
Dallas Keuchel Lamson got some beards that you should be afraid of.
What everybody said when he gets out there, it's me versus the other guy, and I'm going to beat him. So I just love that mentality. It's cool and fucking tough.
Steve, would you say that Tony is mad online?
I would definitely say that.
The White Sox winner. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Sox On Tap. I am your boy Buzz. I'm joined by my dude Tony, aka Tony On Tap, and we're here to break down a White Sox loss to the Minnesota Twins 4-3. Before we do that, be sure you're going to ontapsportsnet.com for other Chicago sports literature and podcasting needs. Following us on Twitter at Sox On Tap and on Tap Sportsnet. Following Tony at Tony On Tap and me at Buzz On Tap. Anywhere you can listen to podcasts, you can listen to us 5-star rating and review because that's cool and tough. And check out Grandstand. Any White Sox gear you need, go to Grandstand Sox on socials or grandstandsox.com. If you're by the ballpark, just walk over to Grandstand. Any Sox gear, Chicago sports related gear that you need, you can find it there at Grandstand. Tone, we lost. I thought we were going to win after the Adam Engel home run and the Abreu back-to-back jacks there. It didn't happen for us. Twitter has turned on Alex Colomé, even though the best possible lineup that could be put together minus Yasmani Grandal was put out on the field today.
Yeah, I mean, I tweeted it out in the ninth inning. I want to know how many people were on Ken Lowe's Twitter page when Colomé came out in the ninth inning. If you don't follow Ken Lowe, you probably should, or maybe not. I don't know.
He might not be your cup of tea.
He may not be your cup of tea, but he's a big Colomé guy. As you know, I was a big Colomé guy on this show last year, Buzz, Johnny, and I, and you. I don't know if you were involved in the Cocktail crew.
Absolutely. I mean, I was. I wasn't up there with you guys, though. I didn't think that he was the be-all, end-all, but I did think that Alex Colomé was a motherfucking dog while he was here, for sure.
He was. He absolutely was. And, Colomé struggled this year. There's been some back and forth about Alex Colomé with Ken Will. So I just want to know, we have a website here on tapsportsnet.com, as you brought up. I like to look at stats. I think you look at stats on our website. I want to know how many people were visiting Ken Will's Twitter profile when Colomé comes in for the ninth. I feel like there would be an uptick in traffic, Buzz.
I'm sure every time. I'm sure everybody got dead quiet, though, because once Colomé completed the save, which was his 6th of the year, Ken will immediately talk shit. So, of course, he's going to flex on him tonight. What can you do? You win some, you lose some. That breaks up, what was that, a 4-game winning streak for the White Sox?
It does. Buzz, I'm going to ask you a question because I feel a little pretentious saying this, but after the game, I'm sitting there, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, kind of happy they lost this game. Not because I didn't want to see them win, Buzz, but it got to a point over the last few days with the Cubs series, with the first game in Minnesota, where I feel like they just were not facing any adversity. And just to give them a little bit of a jump start before we head into New York, or the New York Yankees come into town, and before we finish this series, like, this is your little kick in the pants game. Like, get something going. You can't just coast through everything. Well, so I was a little bit happy.
I wouldn't say I was happy. It's just a wake-up call that the offense can just go and score 8 runs the night and 8 or 9 runs the night prior, right? What was it? Was it 8 runs?
It just felt like
I'm sorry, it was 11. I apologize. 11 runs the night prior, and then
it felt like things were getting too easy for them. That's why I was like, after the loss, normally I'm really pissed off about things like this, but tonight I just kind of felt like, okay, all right. I got to watch baseball. I got to have some beers. The White Sox are going to get a little kick in the pants that they needed.
Yeah,
and they'll get back after it.
It was just Griffin Jax had a really good game, and striking out 10 for him tonight was something that pissed me off. A lot of patience not shown at the plate from Luis Robert, which was something that we saw in the beginning of the season before he got hurt. But then
been criminal
around. Yeah, but he turned it around though. I mean, he was, obviously he was putting the bat on the ball and he was being a lot more patient before he went down with his injury. But it was just something that he needs to work himself back into. I hate the fact that we struck out 10 times to this guy. Eloy goes hitless. Tim Anderson gets 1 hit tonight. Abreu with 2 hits. I mean, 1 long ball. The 6 hits came from 1 Cesar Hernandez, Andrew Vaughn, 2 by Abreu, 1 by Engel, 1 by TA. Those were the hits for the Sox tonight. The 2 long balls I mentioned earlier, Engel had a 2-run home run in the 3rd inning. And then Abreu came right up after that and hit his 22nd of the year. Fun fact about Adam Engel, Tony. 31 games, 32 games, 7 home runs, career high for Adam Engel. That swing that our buddy White Sox Dave talked about that he was trying to fix.
Yeah, did you see that?
Yeah,
I gave him some credit.
I did see your tweet, but Dave was really preaching that shit for a long time. He was saying that Adam was working on his swing, and it's really showing. It was showing last year a little bit. It's really showing now.
No, you're right. It did start to show up last year, and you're seeing it right now. He looks like an everyday MLB player, Buzz.
He does.
That's something that I want to kind of slow this down and talk about just a little bit, because if we're going to take some positives out of today and even this season in general, Buzz, I think that Adam Engel is kind of that like forgotten guy through this rebuild. Like he kind of came up quicker than anybody else, so he was under the radar enough to be one of those guys where you're like, I'm ready to toss him to the wayside. And he's done enough to stick with this team, and he's now getting to that point where he's a bat that you don't mind coming up in a tough situation. Like as of even the start of last year, when I saw Adam Engel come up to bat, or even go back to 2018, you're like, this is an automatic out.
Oh yeah,
this guy's an automatic out.
That's fair.
And now you're sitting there thinking like, this dude could go yard right here. That's a major improvement. I don't think we've really given enough credit there.
Well, the guy draws walks. Okay.
He does.
If he's not hitting a dinger, he's getting on. He's a threat to steal bases. I mean, defensively, we know what he could do. Adam Engel is. It's funny because if you go back and you listen to like past Sox on Tap episodes, I think that we were all kind of in the same boat about, hey, we're happy about him being the 4th outfielder on our team. I think that was something that all of us said because of defensively how good he is and how good he is on the base pass. Now that bat is actually a fucking problem, you're like, whoa, wait a minute. Let's take a step back here. Adam Engel could play every day. If he's going to continue doing what he's doing, if he's going to be patient at the plate and draw walks if the pitches aren't there for him to fucking hit, or he's going to hit for power in big situations like we've seen him do, why not? Why can't Adam Engel be the right fielder? I love what I'm seeing. I absolutely love what I'm seeing out of the guy.
I don't know. And this is a good problem to have because it creates depth.
Yes, it does.
It creates depth on this roster. It creates another bat in your lineup, a guy that can just get on base. It creates a need for a Billy Hamilton because Adam Engel might be here, and he's not your speed guy off the bench. And if you don't have a Billy Hamilton and you've got 3-4 guys because you have Andrew Vaughn, Eloy Jimenez, Luis Robert, say in 2 years, Gavin Sheets. Right now it's Brian Goodwin. Guys that all need reps in the outfield, and there's Adam Engel.
Yeah. Because
the name wasn't as sexy as Luis Robert or Eloy Jimenez, but now is becoming there. And this is all subject to change. I mean, he could tank for the rest of this year and into spring training next year and onto the roster and be a guy that we're talking about DFAing next year. So nothing is taken for granted here. But if Adam Engel continues to swing the bat the way he has, Buzz, he's going to find himself some pretty consistent playing time.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I think you're going to start seeing it now. I mean, I feel like
I forgot to mention Andrew Vaughn there.
Oh, Andrew Vaughn's been fucking great. I mean, he's just been fantastic. I mean, that guy is, God, I shout him out all the time, but shout out just Jordan Miller not wanting to trade him at all. I mean, for pitching or whatever, Jordan wanted him to stay. And I remember bitching at Jordan, like, Jordan, shut up. Like, if I can go get a fucking perennial all-star and they want him, like I'm doing the trade, but hey.
But were you an Adam Engel hater? Like at any point in time?
Adam Engel or Andrew Vaughn. I thought we were talking about Vaughn there.
No, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. Were you an Adam Engel hater at any point in time? Because I was. I'll eat this one. I never thought he was going to make it there.
I thought he'd be a fourth outfielder. I never like thought that. I mean, I'm sure I have tweets saying that he should not be a starting outfielder every day. I'll eat that shit right away. I'm sure I had that, but I never like disliked him enough where I didn't want him on the team. I thought that he provided, again, he's a great defensive player. I thought that he adds value on the base pass, and fuck, man, you need somebody like that, you know. But the fact that he's reinvented himself at the plate is something that I don't think anybody outside of White Sox fucking Dave saw coming. I don't remember anybody else saying that this guy's going to be a problem. And again, he's becoming a problem.
Okay, continue back with your Andrew Vaughn.
Oh, I know. I was just saying I love Andrew Vaughn. You know, I'm glad that he's here. Watching him improve steadily at the plate. You know, he drew a walk tonight as well as got a hit. You know, his patience at the plate, the bat. I just love what I'm seeing out of Andrew Vaughn. And you know what? That kid's been a fucking Swiss Army knife too. You know, I mean, this guy in his rookie year, okay, he's here as what is supposed to be a DH at first. If you go back to spring training, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go back to spring training. We're talking DH for this kid. Eloy Jimenez gets hurt. Well, kid, got to move you to left field. So instead of, you know, splitting time with Abreu at first and letting Abreu take a day off and you go being at first, we're going to put you in left field. Okay, well, now this happens. So now we got to get you at fucking right field. See you over there. Oh, you're doing great. Now everybody's hurt. No, and, you know, now you're going to go to second base. Now you're going to be at third base. What a fucking G. If there is one jersey, Tone, I'm serious. Like, you know, I don't do jerseys. Got TA one. It's not legit. It's just a jersey because I'm not a jersey. I'm just a jersey. But I might get
an Andrew Vaughn jersey guy.
I might be, dude. I like.
So that's not a bad investment if you're thinking about it, because you've got some long contractual control with Andrew Vaughn. You're in year one. I mean, if you're gonna do it, now's the time to do it, because I could see him having a long career in a Chicago White Sox uniform, man. I really can.
He's been real good. I know we're just kind of like bouncing back and forth here what we should be covering in this game, but like, let's face it, this game kind of sucks. We lost, you know.
Well, continue it along. Let's continue it along.
So Dallas Keuchel tonight draws a lot of hate on the Twitter sphere. 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned. He walked 4, only struck out 1. And let up a long ball in 102 pitches. The ERA goes to 4.51. Tone. Obviously, he is not the Dallas Keuchel of last year. He's a 4 or 5 guy this year, number-wise and performance-wise. I don't think he should be DFA'd or traded immediately, like everybody is saying. The $18.5 million that he makes next year is, probably not ideal if this is what we're going to get out of him. But you kind of expected something like that out of Dallas Keuchel. And I remember us talking about this when we signed Dallas Keuchel on this show, that he is getting up there in age. He is getting up there on miles. And this is just what's kind of happening right now. Who's to say he doesn't turn it around at some point? Who's to say that? Because everybody wanted Dylan Cease, fucking shipped out here either.
Here's my thoughts on Dallas Keuchel. You are correct. You're gonna get these kind of starts from him. And, we talked a little bit about this in our Sox on Tap chat today during this game. It's like, you got to score runs to win ball games. Dallas Keuchel wasn't the guy who was going to come here and just be a shutdown pitcher every single time out. No. And guys are going to have bad outings. And as Dallas gets up there in age, they're only going to get worse, in my opinion. He's going to be more susceptible to stuff like that. So you're going to have to score runs. You're going to have to give this guy a lead every now and then. You're going to have to work through some shit. He doesn't have a lot of velocity. He's theoretically a ground ball pitcher, so you're going to have to play some defense. But Dallas has to help himself and pitch to some of those abilities. For a ground ball pitcher, you can't throw everything in the dirt and expect your catcher to, just pick you up 100% of the time when you don't have it. So you're going to have to go to different things. And one thing I think that has hurt Dallas Keuchel Buzz and has helped a lot of the other guys on this roster is Tony La Russa. And this is the first thing I'm going to come at Tony La Russa for, like, kind of in depth. It's that Tony does not have a very quick leash, Buzz. He doesn't. He lets his guys work through some things, especially during the season, as we've seen so far. So what I think helps guys like Lance Lynn, Lucas Giolito, or even Dylan Cease develop and tremendously has helped Carlos Rodon is by letting these guys go as late into the ball game as they possibly can before pulling the trigger and going to the bullpen. So while Dylan Cease or Lance Lynn or some of these other guys, Lucas Giolito, they all start to get more amped up as they go through a lot of tumultuous innings early on and get through that danger. I think because Dallas Keuchel doesn't have that velocity, that tenacity that you see, or that type of stuff, when he gets further in the ball games, I think it's just easier for opponents to just continue to hammer some of that stuff that isn't as powerful.
Right.
Because there's no velocity to it.
No, it's
so
not.
when he has a laborious inning in the third and gives up 2 or 3 runs on 20 pitches, when La Russa leaves him in the 7th, that shit's going to get crushed again because you're already through the order one more time. So, it's just it's going to happen again. Those same hitters are going to come up and they're going to smash you. And I think that's the key with Dallas Keuchel is if he does pitch in the playoffs, which I wouldn't want to see him right now, just with how everything's been going, that's your game where you're going to need a bridge guy. You're going to need Michael Kopech to go 2-3. You're going to need somebody in that bullpen to bridge that gap, and you're going to need a way quicker leash on him versus Carlos Rodon, who comes back out after getting, touched up a little bit and reaches back and guns 99 in the 7th. That shit's really cool and tough. We like that. But I think that's something that we've got to look at with Dallas Keuchel versus last year, Ricky, quicker leash type thing that was going on there. That's not stat-based. That's 100% eye test.
Right. No, for sure. I totally agree with what you said. So after that, we get to Pera. He comes in. He throws an inning there. He lets up 1 hit, strikes out 2. He looked pretty good. And then we had Bummer. Bummer had some nasty shit.
Nasty.
If Bummer, like we said, I think it was you and I were doing the episode last week. If Bummer's back, oh, fuck. You know what I'm like? Good luck.
If Bummer's back, essentially, you never needed Kimbrel. Not that you wouldn't go make that same move, but if you had that version of Aaron Bummer, who was just your absolute lockdown ninth guy that back in 2019 everybody wanted to make closer instead of signing Alex Colomé for, if you get that version of Aaron Bummer back, this bullpen through the first part of the year is probably not on Rick Hahn's address needs at the trade deadline, Buzz.
Right.
Because he can be locked down.
Yeah,
he can be absolutely locked down. And you saw him break one, what looked like it was going to hit a guy to come back out almost over the plate. He got a little bit of a break from the umpire, but that shit's nasty, man. That slider is just pure filth.
No, he's definitely got some nasty shit. I mean, like I said, if Bummer can actually stay, or stay consistent, and get back to the Bummer that we know, what he can do and what he's about, then the bullpen is just so fucking dangerous. Dangerous anyway, but it becomes even more dangerous. I don't really have much more to touch on in this one. If you want to move to the next game, we can. If not, you got anything else about this game that you saw? I mean, listen, it was a loss to the fucking Twins. I hate the Twins. It is what it is.
Flush it down the drain, as they say. I mean, we know we don't like losing around here, but I'll go back to the same sentiment I had and close this one down. I was kind of happy they lost it in the sense that they needed some sort of adversity to face to even get up for the next game. I mean, you completely embarrassed them in game 1. You come back out the next night. You've got basically your 5 starter on the mound right now. Losses are going to happen.
Yeah.
If I'm going to bite the bullet on one of them, this is one of them. Move on to tomorrow and at least, show as much, if not more energy to get through this. I know the guys are probably all excited about playing in the Field of Dreams game and a tougher series against New York. I don't know about you. I'm a look ahead on the schedule guy and say I get up for that game. So I know it's rough over the grind, but hopefully they have a little bit of something to prove tomorrow.
So you're not going to get up on their debut on YouTube TV tomorrow, or YouTube, or whatever the fuck it is?
That's the perfect segue into tomorrow.
Yeah.
Are you getting up for the YouTube game, Buzz?
Does that? I've watched some games on YouTube because, I mean, listen, I have MLB.TV, right? So, like, when I'll be at work every once in a while, like, the day games on Wednesday are on. And I'll go to click on one of them. It's like, oh, it's free on YouTube. So I can't fucking watch it on MLB TV and have like my 4 screens going at once because, whatever, YouTube has the rights to this game. I'm hoping it's not like that for the cable purposes. Did they say that it'll be?
I do not think you will get this game on cable.
See, I'm gonna be fucking pissed if it's not on NBC, because I mean, I just don't. If it's the YouTube announcers, I'm not all about that life. I don't like them that much.
I've never watched the YouTube game.
I watched a Marlins Pirates game, I think, on there this year or something. And I just muted it, but it was whatever. I was just watching, but I listened to some of it and I was like, okay, I'll turn the other game on, the audio for the other game on, whatever. But I mean, yeah,
I'm looking right now on MLB.com tomorrow, and I do not see any watch outside of YouTube.
No,
so
right.
Normally you get the watch on NBCSN Chicago and whoever the opposing team's broadcast. So this will be just YouTube, probably YouTube announcers. I highly suggest watching the game day and listening to the radio. Maybe, I don't know here. You've watched the YouTube broadcast and you're not giving it rave reviews.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I mean, it is what it is. They're trying to draw on the youths. So which is fine. Throw it on YouTube, do what you got to do. I mean, in this way too, a lot more people get eyes on the White Sox. So I guess that is kind of cool if I want to take away a positive out of it. Maybe somebody who doesn't live in the market or who doesn't have MLB TV might be able to see the White Sox tomorrow. Unfortunately for them, they're probably going to get an underwhelming White Sox lineup tomorrow because they're going to want to keep everybody fresh and clean going into the Field of Dreams game on Thursday. So, whatever. But tomorrow on the mound, Tone, is Lance Lynn, 10-3, 2.04 ERA, 114 2/3 innings pitched. He has struck out 130, walked 35, up 10 long balls against our good buddy Bailey Ober, who's 1-1 with a 4.99 ERA, 52 1/3 innings pitched. He's let up 53 hits. He's struck out 56, walked 15, let up 13 long balls. That is the matchup tomorrow at 12:10 Central Time on YouTube. Not YouTube TV, on YouTube, as the Sox battle the Twins in the last game of the series.
So, you tuning into YouTube tomorrow?
Yeah, no, for sure. I'll watch it at work. Oh yeah. I'm not gonna. I'll definitely have it on. I'll probably, if the announcers are pissing me off, I'll try to line it up with the radio on MLB.TV and just have fucking Len and DJ in the background as I'm watching the game. I could probably do that. So, but yeah, I'll definitely be tuning in at work tomorrow, pulling it up. I mean, it is convenient, Tone. I mean, YouTube is convenient.
It is convenient. It is convenient.
Yeah.
And, I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, for as many hours as my son watches YouTube, it's probably a good way to connect with the Utes.
Yeah, the Utes. I mean, that's what I told Ren. I was like, hey, baseball is going to be on YouTube tomorrow, and she just wants to watch this weird Roma Indiana and Peppa Pig. So, I mean, it is, whatever. Maybe she'll catch some baseball tomorrow and be like, oh, I know the White Sox. That's good.
It's great.
It is great.
By Rob Manfred here.
Yeah.
Connects with the Utes.
Yeah, fucking what an idiot. But then you're going to have people like my dad who are like, what the fuck?
How do I get the game?
Yeah.
So, true story. I'm going to the lunch tomorrow to watch the game with my brother. Like, am I going to have to bring a laptop with me just in case? Like, can the bar?
You got a Chromecast? Do you got a Chromecast?
I mean, I've got the Chromecast from my Android phone. Yeah, so I can cast to a TV.
That's what I'm saying.
Use my phone.
Yeah, see if you could cast. Get on their Wi-Fi there and just ask if they got a smart TV that you can cast.
Yeah, like I'm going to cast this for you. Because you can't get the game. That's what I want to know. So there's people who go out to lunch to watch the White Sox game. That's something that I've every time I've been in an office, there's a White Sox game on at noon. It's like that's the perfect time to just go catch an hour of baseball on your lunch. Just go sit down somewhere and watch an hour of White Sox baseball. I'm sure I'm not the only person that's done that. Like, how are the people going to get the game? So, are there going to be more people eating lunch at their desks so they can, watch on their phone? YouTube.
It's a brilliant. It's
I
a
don't know.
brilliant ploy by the MLB to keep people at work in their office
instead of going to the restaurant.
Instead of going
this is
out
an
to restaurants.
anti-restaurant move here from the MLB.
Right, they're just making
tinfoil
sure
hat time.
Yeah, more work is getting done because they're sitting in front of their computer watching the game than it is if they took an hour and 5-minute lunch instead of their allowed hour lunch. So that's way to go, man, Fred. You dick. You blew it.
I love how we spun this. This is actually one of the greatest tinfoil hat times that's ever come out of Sox on Tap, actually, in my opinion. If they broadcast all the baseball games on YouTube and kept everybody at their desks, nobody would leave.
That's very
just
true.
Keep working.
Yeah, they're just keep fucking working the whole time. So, it'll just
baseball's like one of the outside of golf, it's like the perfect sport to watch while you're working on something.
Oh my God, dude. That's why I have like the package. Like like I said, I love these early games. When the early games come on while I'm at work.
Yeah, no, it is because you could pay attention to a baseball game.
Yep.
And know what's going on.
And still get your work
on your Excel spreadsheet or whatever system you're in.
Yep.
And kind of just look back and forth, just kind of like golf. Like you can't do that with hockey. You can't do that with basketball.
No. I tried watching the first half of the summer league game for the Bulls on Monday. On Monday. Start at 2 p.m. And I usually don't get out of there till about 3:34. And I couldn't keep up, Tone. I was like, what the fuck just happened, man? I'm like, how they went on like a 5-point run. And I'm like,
you just start missing stuff.
I just started missing it all. So crazy shit. But pick to click tomorrow. I already know who I'm taking, Tone. It's an off, like I said, I think it's gonna be an off day for some of the guys. So I'm gonna go Be Good tomorrow. Be Good will be in the lineup tomorrow. I'm going Be Good as my pick to click.
I like it. I think he's getting close to due for his weekly home run. So you gotta take your spots when you can get them. That's a value pick if I've ever seen one right there. Good work.
Yeah. I'll do my best.
I gotta give myself a shout out for picking Gavin Sheets tonight because he did hit a home run and double down in Charlotte. Love my boy Gavin. I'm just trying to look at this. Is it the J Clam day?
J Clam will be in the lineup tomorrow.
You think so?
I think so, yeah.
You think J Clam is going to get – Bradley start at third base.
I think Mancado will get the day off.
But before we do pick to click, and maybe one last thing to close it down, since we think it's going to be a subpar lineup tomorrow, what's your lineup? If you're Tony La Russa, how are you lining them up tomorrow?
Okay, so what I think will happen is I think we'll get Lurie Garcia. I think we'll get him at shortstop tomorrow. So then we'll have – oh, shit. Do you want me to go down 1 through 9 here?
Yeah, 1 through 9.
Fuck, okay.
It's hard when you position them too, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So I have Lurie Garcia at shortstop, but he's not going to lead off. I think
he might.
I guess he might. Because I think Luis Robert's going to be off tomorrow too. I think Billy Hamilton.
So give me your defensive 9. Let's break it down.
Okay. So left field, I think Andrew Vaughn does play. I think Andrew Vaughn will be playing tomorrow in left. I think you'll have Billy Hamilton in center, and in right you'll have Be Good. At second base you'll have Hernandez. At shortstop you'll have Lurie. At third you'll have J Clam. At catcher you'll probably who's going tomorrow? Lance Lynn. So it'll probably still be Sebi. I'd be surprised. Maybe Colin.
I think you get Sebi.
I think I get Sebi.
You may get Collins, but I think you get Sebi.
So yeah, third base will be J Clam, and then first base Abreu ain't taking no fucking days off. So that's how I have it lined up tomorrow, defensively at least. I don't know what the lineup will look like, but I think that a couple of the stars will be sitting out. I think Luis Robert will get the day off tomorrow. I think Eloy will get the day off tomorrow unless he DHs. I was
actually thinking, there's going to be the day where you see Andrew Vaughn at first base, Abreu at DH, and Eloy out in left coming up here soon.
I'm sure it's going to happen.
I think that's going to happen. I might go throw that across for myself. I think, you gave Eloy the DH day. That was today and yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, he DH'd yesterday.
So he DH'd 2 days in a row. I think maybe you see Eloy in left tomorrow.
Okay.
And you see either Vaughn in right or first base. And you see Jose DH because you give him the rest day tomorrow. But he's still going to want to play, so you see him DH. I think that might be it.
Yeah, you could be right. Yeah, I was just throwing everybody out on the bench.
No, we're just throwing shit out there. I think
Yeah.
Yoan gets the day off and Jay Clam gets to start.
Tim too.
Shout out White Sox sale, Jay Clam. I love it.
Jay Clam.
I want to make a shirt for that.
We should.
I don't think there's a shirt for Jay.
We should.
Clam.
You know what we should do? We should take that clam from SpongeBob.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. When I envision this thing, it's just a letter J and then a clam next to it.
Yeah, the clam from SpongeBob I think would be fantastic. I think it'd be a hot seller over at OnTapSportsNet.com. That's what I think it would be. I think a lot of people would really enjoy that kind of shirt. Fucking J Clam with that big ass.
White Sox Sale would wear it.
Yeah, I would totally wear it too, for sure.
I mean, you would have to model it for us, and we'd put it.
I'd also like to make a shirt with a rake and then a lamb next to it for rake lamb.
You want two versions of J Clam merchandise.
I want all the J Clam merchandise.
You want all the J Clam merchandise?
Yeah, I'd like to corner that market before somebody else gets to it. Yeah,
I don't know if that's a hot market.
Well, you know what? I'd be happy.
Here's the question: Could we somehow get in touch with J Clam, and if he wears like the J Clam and the rake lamb to BP, and it's like we can find pictures of him doing that with both of those? Yeah, like there we go. We would have a market. That's all.
I think we have a market anyway. I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, this is Meatball here. So I think we have a market because I am like kind of looking into the future here, and a guy like Jake Lamb, who a lot of people don't want on the roster. And
I don't want him on the roster. I want Gavin Sheets on the roster.
He's going to be a guy that hits a fucking very important dinger in the World Series. And people are going to be really upset that they didn't fucking buy their Jake Lamb or Jay Clam or Rake Lamb merchandise from OnTapSportsNet.com.
Could you imagine? It would happen too. It would be Sale. Sale would be like, sitting down there in San Antonio or wherever he is. His J Clam shirt when J Clam hits a 2-run home run in the 5th game of the World Series for the White Sox to win it. That'd be fantastic, wouldn't it?
I think it would. I think we would. I think that we've just stumbled upon something fantastic, and we need to get on it right away.
We're trying to break the simulation before it happens.
We absolutely are. But that's all I got, Tone, man. Let's go out. Let's try to get a win tomorrow. And leading into a very awesome game, which we will touch on tomorrow when we talk about the game in the Field of Dreams game on Thursday there. But let's get a win against the Twins tomorrow. Let's win another series and move in against the Yankees, and we'll do a full-fledged Yankees series kind of breakdown tomorrow. After the Sox hopefully beat the Twins here. So, but that's all I got, man. You got anything else? Any parting words?
The parting words, Buzz, is I heard a rumor.
Oh God,
that if you build a baseball field in Iowa, all of a sudden there might be a Twitter account that passed away a long time ago that might come back to life if the White Sox play a game on that field. Have you heard about it?
I have not, no.
So if you build a field in Iowa and the White Sox go play there, this Twitter account just comes out and it might come active during that game.
What Twitter account, man?
NWI Steve, man.
Oh my God, is he coming back?
I don't know. I'm going to go find out.
Yeah, I really want to know because I think a lot of our fans would love that. Well, you heard it here first. We might get Steve.
It may or may not happen.
The ghost. Yeah, I've always thought about making an NWI Steve ghost account, like my favorite. You know what my favorite account on Twitter is? It's Eloy's Ghost.
Eloy's Ghost.
Do you remember him or her or whoever it was? Anytime I post something, they would say nothing. They wouldn't say a word. It would just be a picture of Eloy fading away into the sky. And I love that account.
That's great. The one that I liked was Eloy dancing a couple of years ago. I think it was.
That was a good one.
It was just like different songs of Eloy dancing too.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
There's some good Twitter accounts.
There really are. There really are. Well, everybody, that's all we got today. We'll be back tomorrow after the Sox hopefully beat the Twins. But be sure you're going on TapSportsNet.com for all your Chicago sports, literature, and podcasting needs. Following us on Twitter at OnTapSportsNet, at Sox On Tap. Following Tone at Tony On Tap. Me at Buzz On Tap. Anywhere you can listen to podcasts, you can listen to us. 5-star rating and review because that's cool and tough. Check out Grandstand for all your White Sox gear. Again, we'll be back tomorrow. Let's get a White Sox dub. White Sox forever. Oh, on YouTube. We'll be back tomorrow on YouTube.
Hey, we're on YouTube too.
I know it's all the fucking plan with the J Clam shirts, man.
Yeah, we're on YouTube too. I just want to let everybody know that we are on YouTube at On Tap Sportsnet, just like the White Sox.
It's a dream come true.
We're connecting with the youth.
Hey, look at us. Look at us.
Connecting with the youth. White Sox forever, Buzz. Cheers.
White Sox forever.